Hello my beautiful Virgos, thank you so much for joining me, Lorien, for your April reading. Welcome to those of you who are new, and thank you again for joining me for those who have subscribed. So we're going to be using the Taramuka deck by Los Carabeo today, along with the Earth Magic Oracle deck by Stephen D. Farmer. If you do want a personal reading from me, do click on the links below, and thank you everybody really from the bottom of my heart for helping with my GoFundMe project. It really has helped me a great deal. As you may not know, I'm recovering from illnesses, so thank you so much for your generosity. But if you want to help with a reading, now's a perfect time to do that, so thank you so much for that. This is a general reading for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon and Virgo Rising. I would recommend that you look up all the videos for your astrological chart just to see what's coming up for you. So let me see what's going on for darling Virgos. Whoa, well those aren't for you, I don't think, because that was just my fault. That was just my butterfingers coming through there. There's something coming through already about motherhood and something connecting to the mother this time. So I don't know whether there's something that you really want to achieve in regards to connecting or reconnecting with your mother or being a mother, but it certainly feels like your natural motherly instincts are going to be heightened this month. Is it the right time to shuffle? They're kind of half and half. I'm going to do it and see. Okay, well maybe that was the card that wanted to come out for you then, because you have the Devil. So the Devil, obviously some people go, oh no, it's horrible. But to me it just means like there could be a little bit of materialism here. It could be turning a blind eye to something that's really obvious, or having this really, I'm going to say for you guys, there's an inner rage going on. And now Virgos can be raged, you know, you can get enraged about things that are like injustice, or things that aren't right, or people being horrible to you and to others. So it could be a little bit of you just going, I've had enough. But similarly, it could be that you feel a little bit hopeless in a certain situation. So I'm hoping it's more of the getting angry to do something about it rather than the other thing. And it could be a little bit of an edge of materialism. You could be wanting to buy things to make yourself feel better about something. But then you have the Seven of Swords. So I do think that something is happening. Okay, your intuition is going to give you a major ping this April, and it's up to you to figure it out. Or actually, it's not up to you to figure it out, it's up to you to pay attention to it, because this is about ignoring it. You know, if you something's like, oh, there's an elephant in the room here, there's something that really isn't right, and then you end up ignoring it, and somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, that's going to be a bad combination. Alternatively, it's that you're so enraged you may want to do something a little bit shady to to kind of even the score a little bit. Now, honestly, I'm not saying that this is bad, because I'm a Scorpio. I know about revenge, and I know about evening the score. So yeah, it's not no skin off my nose if you want to do something to teach somebody a lesson, so long as it doesn't cause any harm. That's fine. My witchy saying is do no harm, but take no shit. So this is basically something that you will be doing. You're not going to do any harm, but you're not going to be taking anything either. So I think that's really good, basically. It could be to do with this guy then. Let me just move this little thing here. So it could be to do with this guy, King of Pentacles. It could be somebody who's quite controlling or quite disciplined. It could also be somebody who's trying to restrain your money. So in regards to, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It could also be somebody who you can never please, or somebody who's just like maybe a boss figure or a co-worker or a lover or whatever. You can never seem to please them, and they're always after money, or they're always wanting you to earn more money than they are, or they're always wanting a sub of something, or they're quite selfish with their money, or just somebody who's quite controlling and not very giving in some ways. So it could be the fact that you are reliant upon this person and you get sick of their business, or it could be that something else is coming in. Oh, but you have the star, so this is beautiful. All of this, you should be getting some backup from the universe. Okay, so you should be getting some inspiration, some generosity, some hope from this. It feels a lot like you are going to connect with your inner intuition and your higher self. They just said star in the making, so it's kind of like she's making a star and she's forming something. So I think you're trying to get rid of the grime, bring back your shine, that kind of thing. You're trying to just wash things away, because all these stars around her are a little bit dull compared to this one. I think that you are washing away all of the things that have kind of built up around you over the last few years. So it could be challenges, issues, illnesses, gripes, emotional bluntedness, stuntedness, that kind of thing. So you are basically just going to have to wipe it away. And just, a good tip to do that actually is go in the shower or a bath, and as you're washing yourself, just imagine that all the mud and the grime of negativity is washing off, and then underneath your body is made of a solid jewel. So it could be a star like diamond, or it could be emerald, whatever you feel you need to shine. So that's a good method to do this, and just to kind of wash off that negativity and try and get that kind of united in that way. Okay, so that's the Lover's card. So somebody, if you're in a relationship, may not be being very honest. Somebody could be, I don't know, somebody, alternatively, sorry for stuttering because I'm just trying to get all the information into one here. It could be that somebody is deceiving you. It could be that somebody's too intense. It could be that somebody is again trying to control you here, because it's to do with that one. And it could be subtly controlled. It could be very subtly controlled. And it could be a business partner or a literal partner. It could be something that you feel watched or judged by. Something's going to eye you. And I do feel as well that you could be getting angry by either the way you're being treated or the way somebody else is being treated. Because it could be you looking at them going, this is not the right way for a relationship to be. But I feel like it's mostly your scenario, to be honest. So yeah, be aware. I'm not saying that they're cheating on you or anything, but just be aware if they're hiding something, or something that may not be big, but something enough to cause distrust. And then you have Page of Swords. So this is interesting. I'm just going to put it here and see what that message brings me. Okay. It's washing away some sort of trying to get the words right. It feels like there's change coming, but this again is some kind of deceit or betrayal, or it could be again you doing something very sneaky to get the truth out of somebody. That is a message though. This is a message barrier. So there is a curiosity, there is an energy with this. You could be making plans in order to get this done, or you could be making plans to protect yourself from somebody doing this, or again trying to retaliate and bring karma to somebody else. That is my feeling on that. You have the World card. Yeah. So this is integrity. It's also about accomplishing things that you may not have done before. I also feel this is a great deal of universal love and a sense of involvement with yourself. I mean, so it could also be the fact that you feel a little bit fulfilled. On the flip side of it, because I always have to look at both sides just to see which energy fits better, thankfully the energy that's fitting better is the first, which is where you feel fulfilled. The other half is that for some of you with this controlling person, you may get your own back on them, but for this it could be that you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And when that comes to it, you could have issues with your back, you could have issues with your neck or your shoulders, and because your body always gives you the physical symptoms as to what you are feeling inside and what needs to pay attention. So for instance, if it's your lower abdomen or something like that, it could be the fact that you are having gut reactions that you're not listening to, things like that. Just things like that. That anatomy was a little bit incorrect, but forgive me. Okay, so this is saying that you're not alone. Five of Pentacles and Star is saying you're not alone. You don't feel like you're going to be out in the cold if you have to change things, if you have to leave somebody, if you have to restrict spending. Don't worry, there's insecurity here. So it's just saying you're not alone. You have people behind you, you have friends behind you, you have people who love you, and you're also, you can restore yourself from this with that card. This is very multi-layered. There's a lot to unpack here, Virgo. So let me just see what this card has to say. Okay. What does Virgo need to know? Whoa. I was just about to say you're not going to pop out for me, but be aware. Shape-shifting. Interestingly enough, as I was doing your reading, the window's that way, as you can see, so I get natural light. And there was a huge cloud. And I was watching it transform as it comes over, because I'm quite high up, I live on a hill. And I was watching it move and transform as it went along, and it looks a little bit like this card, actually. And it was dumping some rain in the distance, and it was kind of nice, and they were giving me the messages about that kind of hope and, you know, the world and stuff like that. And then this comes out. So I feel that as I was watching it change and reading about the world, you know, the information they were giving me, I feel like this is saying that you are going into a new form. This year you will be feeling like you have reached a pinnacle, or a certain pinnacle, and now you want to extend to something else. So it could be that you're now reaching a certain point and then you want to move into another one. So you've reached a limit that some of you may be happy reaching, but others may be like, I want the next thing. I want to go to the next thing. So for those of you who are wanting to shapeshift and overcome things and develop, because that's what the clouds do, you overcome the land, you overcome the obstacles. It's about transforming yourself, I feel, into something new. And I just looked at the clock and it said 222, so take that as you will. But I do think there's a lot of potential coming through for you, my dear Virgos. Let me know in the comments below how things go for you, because I always love to know. And if you do want a reading, now is the perfect time. The link for that is below. But I really do wish you a very good April, and take care of yourselves. But in the meantime, I'll speak to you soon.